Hello, I'm Carly Cartwright, a news anchor at The Social Talks. A new genre of content has emerged on TikTok and the subsequent Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts: fake podcasts. The general goal of a fake podcast is to increase viewership of the initial podcast, increase social media viewership so much that it outweighs the need for that podcast, or increase credibility or viewership associated with a supposed interviewee. While usually indistinguishable from the regular podcast content that can be cut to pieces and used for secondary viewership, fake podcasts can be identified by a few key attributes or styles. The first is a self-interview tactic, in which the creator makes it seem as if they are in a professional podcast studio and speaking to another when in fact they are alone. An infamous example of this is a creator who made it seem as if he was on the Joe Rogan podcast by emulating the red background in his studio. In creating fake podcasts, especially those that make it seem as if you were invited by somebody more credited, the interviewee or creator falsely inflates their credibility and subsequently their following. Another tactic known to increase viewership across social medias is creating content specifically for social media. This is seen most commonly in accounts like the Jumpers Jump podcast that recount murders, mysteries, conspiracy theories, and even entire TV shows or movie plots. Some of these accounts, Jumpers Jump included, do not technically qualify as fake podcasts because they do have entire episodes. They just may not include the content shown in their clips, or they do include that content, but it is said in a different manner. A good way to spot a fake podcast clip is a particularly targeted hook at the beginning of the video, something that wouldn't be said in casual conversation or in the cadence that it is. However, sometimes it can be difficult to distinguish established talking points made for the structure of a podcast and these reused hooks. Investigating the account that made the video for similarities in the beginning of each of their podcast clips should make it clear. As much as these podcasts have become magnets for misinformation, they represent a larger trend in social media towards lean business models. Uber is best known for the lean business model, which is all about maximizing profit while minimizing waste. Because Uber owns so little infrastructure, their drivers have to own their own vehicles, the company requires less white-collar jobs in the case of financial distress and can limit their drivers to the exact number needed, something that maximizes their profit and gave them the initial edge over taxis. As it is, social media is seen as a lucrative venture, worth the short time for the large amount of money. So, creators treating social media as lean business makes it even more so. Many influencers have admitted to creating a large amount of drafts. This could be photos, videos, or content in general, at once to post periodically and spread income while spending less time working, something certainly similar to lean business. Lauren Gray, a popular creator, went viral for exposing the fact that many influencers do not attend Coachella and just go to Palm Springs to make it seem as if they did, something that makes them benefit from the same amount of attention while having to spend less money and time. Fake podcasts exemplify the lean business model because they ask for far less infrastructure, connections, and legitimization through online authorities like Joe Rogan. A mic and a passable camera quality has always been the only thing required to make someone online into an authoritative figure. So, fake podcasts aren't doing anything particularly wrong in comparison to regular podcasts. They do not construct themselves higher than Joe Rogan, who imports academics to support his ideas, and if anything, they are somewhat more transparent about their amateur nature. If it weren't for their misleading premise, we would be able to identify fake podcasts as what they are, perhaps agents of selfishness and misinformation, but if that is true, making them only more like a regular podcast. Please continue tuning into The Social Talks for more news and updates on current events.